Welcome, dear friend, to Whispers of the Night. I'm so glad you've arrived. Here tonight, this is your safe space, a gentle corner of calm where worries fade and your heart can rest. Before we begin, take a moment to settle into your space. Adjust your pillow, your blanket, let your body sink into comfort, and your mind slowly soften. If you enjoy these moments of peace, consider subscribing to Whispers of the Night so that each night you can return here to rest, recharge, and let your soul breathe. Tonight, we will join Eva as she discovers a hidden, magical tea house, a place where time slows and the quiet magic of moonlight helps her body and mind drift into serenity. Take a deep, slow breath in and let it out. Feel your shoulders relax, your jaw soften, and the tiny muscles in your hands and feet release all tension. This is your moment, your gentle journey, where every sound, every word from Whispers of the Night helps guide you into rest. Close your eyes if you haven't already. Let your gaze soften and allow the room around you to melt into quiet shadows. Imagine now a warm, golden light flowing gently from above, spreading over your head, your shoulders down, your arms cinto, your hands soothing, relaxing, comforting. Feel your chest rise slowly as you inhale and fall softly as you exhale, each breath lighter, calmer, as if the air itself carries away all your worries. Picture a quiet, moonlit path. Eva walks softly along it, and you follow step by gentle step. The cool night air brushes your face. Soft lanterns glow along the path, their light gentle, peaceful, their warmth like a whispered hug. Ahead, the hidden tea house appears, its wooden walls bathed in golden light lanterns, floating around like tiny, dancing stars, and a soft aroma of moonlit tea drifting through the air. Step inside with Eva. Feel the cushions beneath you, soft and welcoming. The tea master smiles kind, calm, radiating gentle magic. A cup of moon's whisper blend appears glowing softly, and as you take a slow sip, warmth spreads through your chest, relaxing your body, quieting your mind. Every muscle soft, every thought slower, calmer. Golden koi swim lazily through the air. Clouds drift like pillows around you, and tiny night spirits circle above, their soft chimes wrapping you in serenity, reminding you that you are safe, that you are held, that peace is always here, waiting for you with each breath. Let go a little more, let the tension melt away. Feel your heartbeat, steady like the gentle pulse of moonlight, guiding you deeper, calmer, closer to sleep. Your thoughts may wander, and that's okay. Simply notice them and let them float away, back into the night sky, leaving your mind quiet, your heart light, ready for deep, restorative rest. Eva and the Enchanted Tea House. A tired evening. The evening had settled softly over the city. wrapping every rooftop and narrow street in a quiet blue veil. It was the kind of dusk that felt gentle, almost apologetic, like it understood how tired the world was and wanted to soothe it with cool air and moonlight. And in the middle of that hushed, silver-dusted calm walked Eva, her steps slow, almost dragging, as though the weight of her entire day clung stubbornly to her shoulders. Her bag felt heavier than usual, even though she knew it contained nothing more than her notebook, a small water bottle, and a few scattered papers from work. But exhaustion has a way of turning even the lightest things into burdens, and today everything felt like too much. Her mind replayed the long hours, the endless tasks, the constant hum of busyness that had pressed on her from morning until evening, conversations she didn't want to have, responsibilities she wasn't ready for, moments that felt rushed and unkind. It had been one of those days that seemed to stretch endlessly, refusing to give her even a breath of space. Eva lifted her head slightly, feeling the faintest breeze brush across her face. It carried with it the scent of cool night air, clean, crisp, and tinged with something sweet she couldn't quite place. The sky above her was a deep, velvety blue, and the moon hung low and luminous, like a quiet guardian watching over the tired souls wandering below. Stars blinked softly, scattered like tiny sparks, offering just enough light to soften the edges of the night. She walked slowly, almost absent-mindedly, letting her feet guide her through familiar streets. Her hands were tucked into the pockets of her light coat, and her shoulders were slightly hunched, a posture she adopted unconsciously whenever she felt drained. It wasn't that her life was difficult in dramatic, story-heavy ways. It was the small things, the accumulated moments of stress, the constant rhythm of responsibilities that never seemed to pause. It was the weight of everyday life pressing gently but persistently on her. The streets were quiet at this hour. Most people had already retreated into their warm homes, closing curtains and turning on soft lamps. Through some windows, Eva could see silhouettes moving, families gathered around dinner tables, friends laughing together, someone reading on a couch. The simple domestic scenes gave her a pang not of jealousy, but of longing. She wondered what it would feel like to return home tonight without the heaviness lodged in her chest. Her footsteps echoed faintly against the pavement. Tap, tap, tap. The sound was rhythmic, almost hypnotic. It blended with the distant hum of the city cars that sounded like gentle waves, a few voices fading into the wind, the steady whisper of leaves rustling in the trees. Everything around her felt softened, like the world had lowered its volume, just for her. As she turned down a smaller street she'd walked countless times, Eva paused, letting her gaze drift upward. The street lamps here were older, their golden light warm and slightly dim, giving the entire lane a nostalgic glow. It reminded her of childhood evenings, of walking home from school under lamps that made everything look softer, safer. A faint smile tugged at the corner of her lips at the memory, though it disappeared quickly as her thoughts returned to the present. She took another step forward, and then she saw it, a glow in the distance, not the steady glow of not the bluish light of a shop sign, not the flicker of a passing car. This glow was different. It was warm, soft, unmistakably inviting. Eva blinked, wondering if she had imagined it. The light seemed to shimmer as though it were alive, as if it were the soft heartbeat of something magical tucked just around the corner. It wasn't bright, and yet it stood out clearly against the muted evening backdrop like a candle flame. In a dream, her steps slowed, curiosity gently pulling at her. "What is that?" she thought, tilting her head ever so slightly. She wasn't normally someone drawn to strange things after dark. She preferred predictable, familiar paths. But something about the light felt comforting, almost as though it were calling to her, not with urgency, but with a quiet whisper that said, "Come closer, just a little closer." Eva took another step, her tiredness momentarily forgotten. The warm glow flickered again, as if responding to her movement. She followed. The buildings around her began to change subtly as she walked. The modern lines softened. The walls looked older, more textured, as though this particular stretch of the street belonged to another time. Wooden signboards hung above shop doors. A few aged lanterns swayed gently in the breeze. She had lived in this city for years, but somehow this little corridor of forgotten architecture had escaped her attention. Or perhaps it had never appeared before. The thought sent a small shiver down her spine, not fear, but wonder. Her footsteps grew lighter. She wrapped her arms around herself, not from cold, but from anticipation she couldn't fully explain. The glow grew brighter the closer she approached it, and now she could make out the shape of what looked like a doorway, hidden between two tall brick buildings. It was almost tucked away, easy to miss if you weren't looking for it. The light spilled out from inside the doorway, warm and golden, like the sun setting inside a tiny room. It cast gentle beams onto the ground, illuminating specks of dust that shimmered like drifting stars. Ava's breath caught in her throat. There was a sign above the door, beautiful, carved wood, polished as though it were taken care of every day. But from where she stood, she couldn't read the words carved into it. Only the curves of the lettering, graceful and inviting. She hesitated. She was tired, exhausted, really, so drained that the idea of exploring something new should have felt overwhelming. But instead, she felt drawn in, like her heart recognized something her mind couldn't yet understand. The glow wrapped around her like a quiet embrace. She took a step closer. The faint hum of evening sounds faded behind her. Her heartbeat steadied. The air around her felt warmer, scented with something subtle, perhaps jasmine, perhaps chamomile, perhaps something she had never smelled before. A fragrance that felt safe. She reached the doorway. The warm light touched her face, soft, like a gentle hand brushing away the remnants of her long day. She exhaled slowly, feeling her breath relax in a way it hadn't all evening. Her fingers hovered near the edge of the wooden door, tracing the air above it. She leaned in just enough to read the sign. The Enchanted Tea House. Ava's eyes widened just slightly, enchanted. Here, in this quiet little street I've walked 1,000 times. She felt another soft breeze brush past her, carrying with it a small chime, like a distant bell, delicate and musical. The sound was so faint she almost thought she imagined it. But the melody seemed to settle in her heart, calming the last of her swirling thoughts. She looked down. Warm golden light pooled at her feet. Something inside her, some quiet, gentle part that she often ignored, nudged her forward. Just one step, one moment of courage, one moment of trust in the warmth she felt. Eva took a breath, pushed the door open and stepped inside. The world behind her faded, replaced by a world wrapped in light, comfort, and a promise of peace she didn't yet understand but knew she needed. More than anything, the soft chime echoed again, welcoming her. And for the first time all day, Eva felt something begin to loosen deep within her chest, a feeling she had nearly forgotten: relief. The discovery of the hidden tea house. The moment Eva stepped through the doorway, the world transformed around her, as though she had crossed an invisible threshold between reality and something softer, older, and infinitely more peaceful. It wasn't dramatic or startling. The shift was gentle, like slipping into warm water, like sinking into a dream. The cool night air behind her dissolved instantly into a delicate warmth that wrapped around her like a comforting shawl. Inside, the light shimmered, not harsh, not bright, but warm and living, like the glow of amber caught in sunlight, or the quiet radiance of candles drifting through the stillness. The interior felt timeless, untouched by the hurried rhythm of the city outside. The floor beneath her feet was made of dark, polished wood that creaked softly when she shifted her weight. It held the scent of age and care, a fragrance that hinted at countless evenings, countless peaceful nights. The walls were paneled in the same rich wood, decorated with small, intricate carvings of swirling leaves, distant mountains, curling plumes of steam rising from elegant teacups. Eva let her hand hover over one of the carvings. It was so detailed, it almost looked alive. Her breath slowed without her realizing it. Each inhale felt easier than the one before, each exhale drifting out of her like a sigh she had been holding in all day. Ahead of her, tiny lanterns floated in slow, graceful arcs across the ceiling. They weren't held up by strings or wires. They simply drifted, glowing softly like enchanted fireflies, following the quiet rhythm of the air. Every so often, one would swirl gently downward, hovering near Eva, as if inspecting her with curiosity before drifting away again. She let out a small, surprised breath. This place, it's impossible, she thought. And yet, the impossible felt natural here. She took a few more steps in, her fingers brushing the strap of her bag, as though to reassure herself that she hadn't left reality completely behind. The atmosphere around her hummed with tranquility, not noise, not music, not anything she could name. It was simply peace, distilled into a space. Her eyes roamed slowly, absorbing every detail. A narrow hallway stretched ahead. To the left, behind it lay shelves lined with delicate jars of all shapes and colors. Some were filled with shimmering leaves, others held petals that glowed faintly like morning dew. A few contained swirling silver dust that settled only when Eva blinked. To the right was a seating area, low wooden tables, cushioned seats, soft woven rugs, and a large window that looked out onto something. Eva froze. The window did not show the street she had come from. Instead, it revealed a serene garden illuminated by gentle moonlight. Cherry blossom trees swayed, though there was no breeze. A small koi pond rippled in perfect circular patterns. Fireflies danced above the still water, glowing softly like little stars brought to earth. She knew, without understanding how, that the garden wasn't behind the building she had entered. It existed in its own quiet world, a world only the tea house belonged to. Ava's heart lifted slightly, her exhaustion loosening further. "This place," she whispered under her breath, afraid to speak any louder in case she startled the magic around her. Her voice barely echoed, absorbed instantly by the warm air. She took another hesitant step forward and immediately felt a shift, like the room had greeted her. A faint chime sounded, soft as a droplet tapping a crystal bowl. It vibrated in the air just long enough for her to feel it, like a warm fingertip brushing the center of her palm. Eva looked around, instinctively seeking the source, but there was no bell in sight. The sound seemed to have come from the walls themselves, or perhaps from the light. Her shoulders relaxed, her jaw softened, her tired thoughts unwound like loose threads. For the first time in hours, maybe Dazova felt entirely present as she took in the magical space. She finally noticed a gentle figure standing behind the counter. He hadn't been there a moment ago, at least she didn't think he had, but now he stood quietly, hands tucked neatly into the sleeves of his deep green robe, watching her with the warmest eyes she had ever seen. His presence was peaceful, like the slow movement of a river under moonlight. His hair was white, not from age alone, she realized, but from something luminous, something touched by enchantment. Eva blinked again. The man gave a small, welcoming smile, though he didn't speak yet. He simply bowed his head slightly, as though acknowledging her arrival in a place that did not welcome everyone, only those who needed rest deeply enough for the tea house to reveal itself. She found herself returning a small, unsure nod. Her pulse was slow, steady, as though matching the calmness of the room. Her gaze followed the soft glow drifting upward, and she suddenly remembered the outside, the lanterns, she murmured. They were floating there too, and the sign, the Enchanted Tea House. She said it aloud, as if to confirm she had really seen the words. The man's smile deepened, though he still didn't speak. Eva looked around again, taking in everything. More slowly this time. The ceiling was high, supported by wooden beams, wrapped in delicate vines of pale green. Soft pink petals, flowers she did not recognize, floated lazily through the air, rising and falling as though carried on invisible currents. Whenever they brushed against lantern light, they shimmered with tiny flecks of gold. The tables held small teapots, each of unique designs. Some were shaped like blooming flowers, their ceramic petals unfurling gently. Others were smooth and simple, clay-tinted in earthy colors. One was carved into the shape of a tiny dragon curling protectively around a cup. Eva watched its miniature wings shift ever so slightly, maybe a trick of the light, maybe something more. Her heart warmed. Everything here felt alive in a peaceful, comforting way, as if the tea house itself breathed along with her. She took a slow breath in. A soft scent drifted toward her, gentle, soothing, like chamomile mixed with something floral and ancient, a note she couldn't identify. It was the kind of scent that made her eyelids heavy, her worries drift further away. Eva stepped closer to the seating area, letting her fingers glide over the back of a cushioned chair. The fabric was unbelievably soft, like woven clouds. She felt her body lean subtly toward the invitation of sitting just for a moment, just to rest. But the distant shimmer of the jars behind the counter drew her attention once more. She turned to the man, finally speaking. I don't think this place was here before, she said softly. I walk this street every day. The man gave a slow nod, his eyes serene. His voice, when he spoke, was soft and smooth, like warm tea itself. Most people cannot see it, he said gently. The tea house reveals itself only to those who truly need rest. Ava's lips parted slightly, her breath catching. The words settled over her like a blanket. She didn't know what to say, so she simply nodded, her eyes warming with unspoken understanding. The man continued in the same calm tone. You are tired. You have carried too much for too long, and that kind of weight calls to us. His words were not intrusive. They were simply true. Eva lowered her eyes for a moment, the corners of them stinging with the kind of emotion that came when someone finally saw what she had kept inside. Not the big, dramatic burdens, just the small, quiet ones that built up over time until they felt like mountains. She forced a small smile. That's very kind of you to say. It is not kindness, the tea master replied gently. It is clarity. Ava's gaze drifted slowly across the room once more. The floating lanterns, the drifting petals, the warm light, the soft hum of something magical, soft, steady, like a lullaby without sound. It felt like stepping into a dream she had long forgotten, and yet beneath the enchantment there was something deeply familiar, a sense of home, not in a physical way, but in the way the heart feels when it finally rests. The tea master stepped out from behind the counter, moving with slow, deliberate grace. He approached one of the tables, placing a hand over a teapot shaped like a blooming lotus. As his fingers touched it, the petals of the ceramic flower drifted open slightly, revealing a shimmering liquid inside. You are safe here, he said quietly, his back still turned to her. You may rest. This place belongs to the tired, the wandering, the overburdened. Tonight, it belongs to you. Ava's throat tightened in a tender, unexpected way. She looked around again, absorbing every detail with a fresh softness. The tea house, the warm glow, the impossible magic, the serene man, the sense of belonging, she whispered, not expecting a reply. It's beautiful. The tea master turned, offering her the smallest bow of the head. This is a place of healing, and beauty is the first step toward rest. Eva felt tears prick lightly at her eyes, not from sadness, but from relief. Her day had been long, her week even longer. And here, in this hidden pocket of magic, she finally felt like she could breathe fully again. With a deep breath, she stepped closer to the table. For the first time since she entered, she felt something inside her chest open, like a flower unfurling, like a tight knot loosening, she whispered to herself, barely audible. I think I was meant to find this place. And, as if in response, a lantern floated down, brushing her shoulder with a soft glow, warming her gently. Eva smiled, a soft, genuine smile, a smile she hadn't felt all day. She slid onto the cushioned seat, sinking into its comforting softness. The tea master lifted the delicate teapot, pouring the first shimmering drop of tea. And now, as the moonlight fades into a gentle dawn, Eva steps outside, feeling renewed, calm, and you too carry this quiet magic with you. Every breath, every heartbeat reminds you thought peace is yours, that rest is yours, that each new day can begin softly, with calm, with ease, with gentle light. Sleep now, drift deeper into a serene, safe, and magical rest. Good night, dear friend, and may your dreams be gentle, your heart light, and your soul at peace. the Tea Master of Moonlight. The air in the tea house shifted the moment Eva settled onto the cushion. It wasn't a dramatic change, but rather a subtle deepening, like the entire room had taken a calming breath with her. The soft lanterns floating under the wooden ceiling dipped ever so slightly, as though acknowledging her presence. Their warm glow wrapped around her like a tender exhale. The tea master stood nearby, silent for a few heartbeats, watching her with gentle eyes that seemed to hold centuries of understanding. His kindness wasn't loud or showy. It was quiet, steady, like a soft pulse of moonlight always present, even when unseen. He moved slowly, gracefully, almost like someone gliding across the surface of still water. The long sleeves of his deep emerald robe swayed with each step, whispering softly like leaves brushing against each other in a night breeze. "Please," he said, his voice warm and low. "Make yourself comfortable." Eva nodded, though she already felt more comfortable than she had in ages. The cushion beneath her was thick and supportive, the fabric soft against the palms of her hands. Every part of her felt held physically, emotionally, magically. The tea master reached for a small tray resting on a side table. It was carved from pale wood, smooth and polished, its surface adorned with swirling motifs that resembled gentle currents of water. He carried it with both hands and placed it carefully on the table before Eva. On the tray sat a teapot unlike any she had ever seen. It was shaped like a crescent moon, its porcelain surface glowing softly as if lit from within. The handle curved like a sliver of silver night, and delicate patterns resembling drifting clouds ran across its side, shifting subtly as though they were alive. Eva's breath caught in her throat. The tea master noticed her awe and gave a small, soft smile. "This," he said, placing a gentle hand upon the moon-shaped pot, "is the vessel for Moon's Whisper Blend." Eva repeated the name softly in her mind. Moon's Whisper Blend. The words alone felt calming. She leaned forward slightly. What makes it so special?" The tea master lifted the lid with slow reverence, as though unveiling something sacred. A faint wisp of silverstein drifted upward, curling into delicate spirals before dissolving into the air. The scent was unlike anything she had ever encountered. Light, soft, pure, it smelled of night breezes drifting through blossom trees, of cool, moonlit water, of something ancient, gentle, and soothing. She inhaled deeply, and warmth spread instantly through her chest. "This tea," the tea master explained, "is brewed only in places touched by the moon's kindness. It is meant for weary souls, for those carrying quiet burdens. It settles the heart and quiets the mind." Eva swallowed gently. "That sounds exactly like what I need." The tea master nodded, as though he knew that long before she spoke the words. Without rushing, he began the preparation. From a small wooden shelf beside him, he took a tiny ceramic jar. It was painted with soft silver swirls that shimmered when they caught the light. He opened it with care, revealing delicate tea leaves inside. They glowed faintly, the faintest light, like gentle moonbeams woven into their veins. Eva watched in fascinated silence. The tea master took a single wooden scoop and lifted it toward the candlelight drifting above. The leaves shimmered as though waking, breathing, remembering ancient forests bathed in moonlight. As he poured the leaves into the crescent-shaped teapot, something magical happened. the floating lanterns overhead shifted their pattern. They began drifting in slow, concentric circles, as if pulled by the presence of the tea. Their glow brightened, just a little, not blinding, but soft, warm, like the rising of a tiny dawn in the center of the room. Eva felt her heartbeat slow. The tea master poured heated water from a kettle shaped like a sleeping dragon. Steam rose in silver ribbons, swirling into the air and mixing with the glow of the lanterns. As the water met the leaves, a faint, melodic hum rippled through the room, too subtle to be called music, too delicate to be silence. "What was that?" Eva asked softly, the tea responding. He replied gently, "It sings when awakened." The leaves inside the pot glowed brighter for a brief moment before settling into a steady, serene luminescence. Eva felt a soft shiver run down her arms, not from cold, but from wonder. It was as though the world around her had stretched open, revealing a quiet magic she'd always believed in but never touched. The tea master placed a small hourglass beside the pot. Sand glowed softly within it, a pale blue, like the soft edge of dawn. The grains fell slowly, each one sparkling briefly before settling. "We allow the tea to steep," he said, folding his hands loosely in front of him, very gently. "Moon's whisper does not like to be hurried. It reveals its comfort in its own time." Eva nodded, watching the hourglass. There was no rush, no urgency, just the soft fall of enchanted sand and the quiet presence of the tea master standing beside her. She let her gaze drift to his face. There were lines around his eyes and mouth, gentle, honest lines that spoke of laughter, kindness, and years spent listening rather than speaking. His eyes were warm, but carried a depth she couldn't quite describe. They felt both ancient and familiar, like looking into a memory. "Have you been here long?" she asked softly. The tea master's smile broadened slightly, amused. "The tea house has existed for a very long time," he said. "As for me, I have been its keeper for as long as the moon has granted me her blessing." Eva tilted her head. "That sounds like a very long time." "Time moves differently here," he replied. "In ordinary places, years pass like water through the fingers. Here, time listens." He paused, letting the words settle. "It slows when needed. For those who need a moment to breathe." Eva exhaled slowly. She felt the truth in his words, not in logic, but in spirit. Her body, which had been tense for days, weeks even, felt like it was finally unwinding. Muscles relaxing, thoughts softening, heart loosening. The hourglass finished its gentle cascade. The last of the blue sand reached the bottom. With a tiny sound like a sigh, the tea master reached for the pot. The floating lanterns descended slightly, drawing closer as though they too wished to witness the moment. He lifted the crescent-shaped pot with steady hands and poured the tea into a small cup. The cup was made of thin porcelain with faint silver patterns that resembled moonlit ripples on water. As the tea filled it, the liquid shimmered soft, glowing, a pale, silver gold color. Eva leaned forward, mesmerized. "It's beautiful," she whispered. "It is moonlight, captured and softened," he replied. He placed the cup gently before her. As the steam drifted upward, it carried images, tiny silhouettes of willow branches, glimmering fish, drifting stars. They danced in the air for a moment before dissolving into the warm glow of the lanterns. Eva wrapped her fingers slowly around the cup. The warmth seeped instantly into her palms, sending a wave of calm through her arms and shoulders. The ceramic felt alive, pulsing faintly with a soft rhythm that matched her own heartbeat. She lifted the cup to her lips. The first sip was beyond anything she could have imagined. It was warmth and coolness at the same time. The freshness of mountain water, the softness of moonlit snow, the sweetness of wildflowers blooming under starlight, the comfort of childhood memories she thought she had forgotten, the quiet reassurance that she wasn't alone. Her eyes fluttered closed. For a long moment, the world fell away. There was only peace, quiet, a gentle release when she opened her eyes. Her breath trembled slightly, not from sadness, but from relief so deep it almost felt like emotion. The Tea Master watched her with tender understanding. "Moons whisper, blend," he said softly, "reaches the places one hides, even from oneself." Eva nodded, unable to speak for a moment. Her throat felt warm, her chest light, her mind peaceful in a way she had longed for without knowing how to find it. She looked down at the shimmering tea, still glowing gently in her cup. "It's incredible," she whispered. "It is meant for you," the Tea Master replied. "Those who find their way here are always meant for the tea." He poured a cup for himself and sat across from her, posture relaxed and steady. He lifted his cup in a quiet gesture of shared understanding. Eva mirrored him. They drank together with each sip. The tea house brightened with soft, shimmering lights. Tiny specks of silver drifted from the ceiling like gentle stardust. The floating lanterns pulsed with warm glows that matched the rhythm of her breathing. The Tea Master spoke in a calm, soothing voice. "Tonight, you will remember how to rest. You will remember that peace is not something lost beyond reach. It is here, always. Here, waiting for you." Ava's eyes lowered, softened, warmed. She believed him. With every drop of moon's whisper blend, her mind grew quieter, softer, more still, and for the first time in so long, she felt herself returning to a place she had forgotten, a place of calm, a place of gentleness, a place where she could finally, truly breathe. The tea shimmered once more, and the room filled with silver light. Tea of dreams. Eva lifted the porcelain cup to her lips, still warm from the Tea Master's delicate hands. The swirling, pale blue steam rose in gentle curls, almost like it had a life of its own, dancing softly, drifting around her face, brushing her cheeks like a breeze made of light. She took her first slow sip, letting the liquid rest on her tongue. It tasted of moonlit petals, quiet waterfalls, and something she couldn't name, something ancient, serene, and impossibly soothing. The moment she swallowed, a hush fell inside her mind. A soft glow bloomed behind her closed eyes, and her body grew lighter, almost weightless. The world around her tea table, lanterns, gentle wooden walls began to melt into a gentle haze, and then the dream world welcomed her. It happened slowly, like drifting into sleep after a long, tiring day, the kind of sleep where every muscle finally unclenches and every thought becomes a floating piece of downy feather. When she opened her eyes again, she was no longer sitting on the cushion. She was standing on a path woven from soft, misty clouds. They shimmered faintly under her feet, glowing with pale gold and silver, as though stardust had been sprinkled through them. She gasped softly. Above her was an endless sky painted in dreamy shades of lavender, soft midnight blue, and gentle rose pink. Stars drifted lazily across it like lanterns on a slow river. Some shimmered brightly, some pulsed with sleepy light. Some seemed to float more closely, like companions. Eva lifted a hand, and a star drifted toward her, hovering just past her fingertips. It hummed faintly, a tiny, comforting sound. Then it twirled slowly in the air, as if greeting her, before floating away again. "Where am I?" she whispered, her voice sounding softer here, almost musical. A breeze moved past her, warm and cool at the same time. It brushed her hair like a gentle hand. It said nothing, but its silence felt reassuring, as though this was a place where no fear could follow her. Ahead, the glowing cloud path curved slightly and widened into a floating meadow of soft skygrass. The blades looked like strands of pastel light, bending gently as if bowing in greeting. Eva stepped into it, and the ground beneath her felt like the fluffiest, most welcoming blanket. Each step released tiny sparkles that twirled into the air like tiny, sleepy fireflies. She breathed out slowly, all the tension she'd been holding, the weight of the day, the noise in her mind, the heaviness in her chest, floated out with that breath. She didn't even have to think about letting go. The world itself seemed to pull it gently away from her, dissolving it into warm, glowing mist. She continued walking until she reached a small pool, not of water, but of drifting golden haze. It rippled like liquid light. Koi fish, made of shimmering gold, swam lazily through the air above the pool, their long tails flowing behind them like ribbons of sunlight. They made no sound, only moved with serene, lazy grace. One koi drifted close to Eva, circling around her softly. Its light painted warm trails on her skin. She laughed gently, not the sharp kind of laugh, but the quiet, breathy kind that happens when something touches the soul instead of the mind. "You're beautiful," she whispered to the fish, unsure if it understood, but feeling that it did. The koi blinked its glowing eyes once, then swam upward, leaving a trail of soft, floating golden petals behind. Eva reached toward one. It hovered above her palm before gently drifting down and settling on her hand. The petal melted instantly into warmth that seeped through her skin, into her heart, as if delivering a message. "You are safe here. You can rest now." She inhaled deeply, letting her shoulders soften. The air smelled like the softest mixture of jasmine, moonlit dew, and warm tea leaves. It reminded her faintly of the moment she had first entered the Enchanted Tea House. Everything was connected. Every breath she took became lighter, softer, more freeing. Her thoughts slowed, becoming gentle shapes instead of sharp edges. Even her heartbeat felt calmer, steadier, blending with the rhythm of the dream world. A faint melody drifted from somewhere ahead, a tune made of wind and starlight. It was almost like a lullaby, sung by the sky itself. The sound pulled her forward, urging her deeper into the dream. As she walked, she noticed the cloud path beginning to glow a little brighter. The colors shifted, lavender deepening into twilight indigo, gold blending into soft opal. The dream world responded to her emotions, echoing them back in gentle waves of color. she approached a small, floating archway made entirely of luminous vines. They twisted gracefully, adorned with delicate glowing flowers that opened and closed as if breathing. Eva reached out, brushing a fingertip along one blossom. It opened fully at her touch, releasing a tiny bubble of warm light that drifted upward and popped silently into sparkles. She smiled. Beyond the archway, the world broadened again. She stepped through and entered a dreamy garden suspended in the sky. Everything glowed softly: trees with leaves of pale blue light, gentle streams that flowed like silver ribbons, and soft drifting lanterns that followed a slow, peaceful dance. A path curved through the garden, lined with stones that felt warm and smooth as she walked. The stones glowed softly beneath her steps, as though recognizing her presence. When she reached the center of the garden, she found a small, floating platform shaped like a lotus bloom. Its petals were made of cloud-like softness, each one glowing with a gentle hue of white blush and gold. She hesitated, then stepped onto it. The moment she did, the petals shifted gently inward, not closing, but embracing her. They formed a cozy seat, allowing her to sink into it, like sinking into the world's gentlest cushion. Eva exhaled deeply. For the first time in days, maybe weeks, her mind was completely quiet as she rested. The air around her shimmered, soft. Golden koi drifted by in slow arcs. Clouds curled around her feet like friendly cats. Stars floated lazily above, humming their faint lullaby. She closed her eyes, and the dream deepened. The silence wasn't empty. It was full of warmth, memories, gentle voices she didn't recognize, but somehow trusted. Shapes drifted around her in the quiet darkness behind her eyelids, floating lights. Soft feathers, petals drifting down from nowhere. She saw her worries, the ones she'd carried all day, unfurl like tiny paper boats. They floated gently away into the dreamlike mist, dissolving into faint glimmers of light. Every worry that melted away left her lighter, softer, cleaner inside. It felt like her heart was finally allowed to breathe. Minutes or hours, time, lost meaning, passed as she rested within the lotus platform. The world around her adjusted with her breathing, lights dimming and brightening in gentle waves, colors shifting from lavender to pink to indigo. Eventually, the lotus lifted her slowly, raising her a few feet above the garden. It carried her upward, weightlessly, until she hovered above the clouds. Here, the sky was clearer, like glass brushed with moonlight. A soft breeze whispered across her skin, wrapping her in a cocoon of comfort. Below, the dream world stretched, endlessly glowing fields, floating koi, luminous flowers. Above, the stars moved like drifting lanterns, surrounding her. For a moment, Eva felt as though she were floating between sleep and starlight. Then, a soft, warm voice, familiar yet distant, echoed gently around her. Rest, Eva. Let the dream carry you wherever your heart needs to go tonight. She didn't open her eyes. She only listened. The voice was gentle, like the tea master's whisper, blending with the dream world's melody. It wrapped around her, cradling her in peace. She drifted downward again, settling back onto the cloud path. Her feet touched the softness with the quietest sigh of air. Eva took a breath, and it felt like her entire body glowed with calm. She walked slowly through the dream world once more, taking her time, letting the air, colors, and silence wrap around. her like a warm blanket, every breath deeper, every thought softer, every step lighter. The dream world wasn't forcing her anywhere. It simply existed for her, waiting, glowing, breathing gently with her, and without realizing it, Eva felt something she rarely allowed herself to feel. She felt truly rested. The dream held her gently, like cupped hands holding water. It asked for nothing, demanded nothing. It simply gave her permission to relax without guilt. Clouds curled around her feet again as she walked. A koi fish floated beside her, brushing her arm with a ribbon of light before drifting away. Tiny stars followed her like patient companions. Everything here said the same thing. You can let go now. You can breathe. You are safe. When Eva finally looked up again, she saw a familiar warm glow far in the distance one. She recognized now as the glow of the Enchanted Tea House. The dream was gently guiding her back. Her steps slowed, but the path moved with her, carrying her softly toward the light. She felt no fear, no resistance, only calm, only peace, only the warm, sleepy magic of a dream made just for her. And with each step, she drifted back through the veil of soft glowing mist, back toward the warmth of lanterns, back toward the wooden walls, back toward the tea table, back toward herself. The dream world slowly faded like the last star before dawn, but the peace it gave her stayed. It stayed in her breath, in her heartbeat, in her softened shoulders, in the quiet calm resting behind her eyes. Eva opened her eyes gently, returning to the Enchanted Tea House with a heart no longer heavy. The tea of dreams had done its work, and she felt lighter, calmer, rested, ready for what came next. Messages of the night spirits. Eva stood quietly on the glowing cloud path, her breathing soft and slow as the last traces of the dream tea shimmered through her body. She felt lighter than she had in a long time, almost as if some invisible weight had been gently lifted from her shoulders. The air around her was still and warm, carrying with it the faint, fragrant scent of moon blossoms and drifting starlight. But then something began to shift. The colors of the dream sky deepened, turning into rich hues of navy and violet, like ink dropped into water. Stars brightened, pulsing with a gentle rhythm, and the clouds below her feet began to glow from within. Eva looked around, sensing the change. The dream wasn't ending, it was transforming. A hush fell across the floating garden. Even the golden koi slowed their drifting arcs, as though pausing to witness something sacred. From the quiet came a soft, chiming sound, delicate, airy, like crystal bells ringing far away. The sound drifted closer, weaving through the sky like a whispered melody, until Eva could feel it resonating in her chest. And then she saw them. At first, they appeared only as faint glimmer-tiny sparks, drifting through the air like floating embers. But as they approached, the sparks grew brighter and began to take shape. Glowing silhouettes emerged from the starlight, each surrounded by a halo of shimmering radiance. They were small, gentle beings, spirits, but nothing frightening. They looked like softly glowing figures, woven from moonbeams and mist. Some had long flowing hair made of starlight, Others had wings shaped like delicate silver leaves. All of them moved with the slow, graceful motion of drifting feathers. One of the spirits floated closer than the others, its glow soft and warm. Eva felt no fear. Instead, a deep calm washed over her, settling into her heart as though the spirit carried peace within its very presence. "Welcome, Eva," the spirit said, not with a voice of sound, but with a tone that echoed inside her mind like soft wind chimes touched by a gentle breeze. She blinked. You can speak." The spirit tilted its head, glowing brighter. "Not in the way your world understands speaking. We share our voices through the quiet places of the heart." Eva listened, letting the chime-like voice settle into her spirit. It felt familiar somehow, comforting, like a fragment of a lullaby she barely remembered from childhood. Behind the first spirit, more began to gather. They circled around her in slow, protective arcs, never rushing, never crowding her. They moved like gentle guardians of the night, glowing brighter as they formed their circle. The first spirit drifted closer. "We are the night spirits. We watch over those who wander into dreams, burdened by worries and weariness." Eva swallowed softly. Her hands, once tense from the weight of her day, had fallen completely relaxed by her sides. She felt held not physically, but emotionally, spiritually, in a way she had never felt before. "We have been waiting for you," the spirit continued. "Me," she whispered. "Why me?" The spirit's glow pulsed gently. "Because your heart has been whispering for rest, and you have traveled far farther than you realized to reach the place where rest can finally find you." Eva lowered her eyes. The words touched something deep inside her, something she had been ignoring, the quiet ache she carried, the exhaustion that had built up over days, weeks, maybe even months. She had been pushing herself so hard, and she hadn't realized how heavy everything had become. One of the smaller spirits floated closer, holding a glowing sphere of soft silver light in its tiny hands. It lifted the sphere toward her, offering it. "Touch it," the first spirit encouraged. Eva reached out gently, her fingertips brushing the glowing orb. The moment she made contact, warmth spread through her hand, traveled up her arm, and entered her chest like a gentle, soothing wave. The light expanded, and suddenly, Eva saw a memory. She was younger, sitting under a tree during a summer evening. Fireflies danced around her, and she was laughing, free, carefree, alive in a way she hadn't felt in a long time. Her younger self leaned back in the grass, staring at the stars with wonder in her eyes. Eva gasped as the memory wrapped around her. She could feel the soft grass, smell the summer air, hear the rustle of leaves. The sensation was so real, it made her heart ache with nostalgia. The spirit's voice chimed softly, "A memory of your light. You have not lost it. You have only forgotten where it rests." The vision faded gently, like petals dissolving into the air. Another spirit drifted forward, holding a different shimmering orb, this one glowing with faint golden hues. Eva touched it, and another memory blossomed. She saw herself standing in her small apartment, exhausted after a long week. She sank onto her couch and covered her face with her hands, feeling overwhelmed. But then another version of her entered the kitchen, preparing her favorite tea. She watched herself perform the simple act with such tenderness, as though comforting someone dear. Eva realized she had been trying to take care of herself, even when she felt too tired to admit she needed care. the spirit whispered, even in weariness, your heart tries to heal you. See how strong you are. Ava's eyes filled with warmth. She hadn't thought of herself as strong, only tired, but the spirits showed her a different truth. More spirits came, each offering her glowing memories, some joyful, some bittersweet, some small but meaningful. Memories of kindness she had shown to others, moments when she had pushed through challenges despite her fear, quiet mornings when she had found the strength to begin again. Each memory shimmered like a piece of a forgotten constellation. You carry so much, another spirit murmured, its voice chiming like a lullaby. But you forget to see how deeply you have endured. Eva felt her throat tighten, not in sadness, but in a soft release, as though unseen knots were finally loosening. One spirit drifted close, placing a tiny hand of light on her shoulder. Your worries are not failures. They are signals from a heart that has weathered much. Eva closed her eyes as the warmth from the spirit's touch seeped into her. She felt understood in a way she rarely allowed herself to feel. The spirits began to circle her again, forming a gentle spiral of floating light. Their soft chimes harmonized, weaving into a gentle melody that filled the dream world with tranquility. Listen, the first spirit said. We have messages for you, messages the night has been holding for a long time. Eva opened her eyes. Slowly, I'm listening. The lights around her brightened. The spirits spoke not all at once, but in a slow, drifting rhythm, like leaves falling onto a still pond. You are enough. The words wrapped around her like a warm blanket. You have done your best, even on days you felt you failed. Eva felt her shoulders soften even further. Rest is not weakness. Her breath shook slightly at the truth of it. Your heart deserves gentleness, especially from yourself. A tear slipped down her cheek, glowing faintly in the dreamlight. You are not alone, not in your worries, not in your quiet struggles. The night holds you, even when it feels silent. The spirits hovered closer, their light brushing softly against her skin. Let yourself rest, Eva. Let yourself breathe. Eva nodded slowly, feeling a warmth spread through her chests, soft, deep, and healing. The spirits began to rise, drifting upward like floating lanterns. Their light shimmered across the dream sky, leaving trails of soft starlight before disappearing fully into the twilight. The first spirit paused and whispered, "Take our message with you, and remember its glow pulsed gently. The strength you seek is already within you." With that, the spirits drifted away, leaving Eva bathed in soft, warm moonlight and a serene silence that wrapped her like a cradle. She breathed deeply, and for the first time in a very, very long while, her heart felt truly at peace. A morning of quiet renewal. Eva drifted gently through the soft shimmer of the dream world, carried by a calm that felt almost weightless. The messages of the night spirits still echoed within her soft chimes of comfort, strength, and quiet reassurance. Their warm voices lingered in her chest like a glowing ember, radiating peace with every breath she took. The dream around her began to change. The deep navy sky softened into lighter shades. Stars dimmed one by one, twinkling softly as if bowing farewell. Clouds of lavender and silver dissolved into pale morning hues. The garden of glowing flowers faded slowly, its petals drifting upward like sleepy fireflies returning to the sky. Eva felt no fear, no resistance, only a gentle, serene understanding. The dream had given her everything she needed. Now it was guiding her back. A soft breeze brushed against her cheek, warm and familiar. It carried a faint scent, something she had smelled before. Steamed herbs, warm wood, a whisper of tea leaves, the scent of the Enchanted Tea House. When she opened her eyes fully, she found herself standing back on the cloud path. But the clouds beneath her feet were thinning, becoming lighter, more transparent. The dreamy glow around her faded into a soft, pale gold dot, and then, like a gentle blink, she was sitting once again on the soft cushion inside the tea house. The wooden walls appeared around her, warm and comforting. Lanterns glowed softly, casting a faint golden light across the table. The steam from her cup curled upward in delicate spirals, even though the tea inside had long been finished. Eva exhaled slowly, deeply. Her whole body felt different. Her shoulders rested without tension. Her breaths moved with quiet ease. Her heart felt open, light, unburdened. The peaceful silence of the tea house wrapped around her like a warm blanket. Across the table, the tea master sat quietly, his posture relaxed, his expression as serene as the first time she saw him. His eyes, warm and ancient, like the glow of lanterns, watched her with gentle understanding. "You have returned," he said softly. Eva swallowed, her voice still airy from the dream world. Was it real? The tea master smiled a smile, filled with knowing, a smile that didn't need words to explain what couldn't be explained. "In the ways that matter most," he said, "yes." Eva looked down at her hands, turning them slowly. She felt different. The emotions she had been carrying all week, stress, worry, heaviness, were no longer crowding her chest. They had dissolved somewhere between the golden koi, the glowing night spirits, and the soft whispers of starlight. "How long was I asleep?" she asked softly. The tea master shook his head gently. "Dreams woven by the moon's whisper blend do not follow the clocks of your world." She nodded, strangely comforted. The tea master poured a final small cup of warm, clear water and slid it gently toward her. Eva lifted it to her lips, the warmth grounding her just enough to ease her transition back to the waking world. "You walked far tonight," he murmured. "You listened, you released, you healed." Eva's eyes grew soft. "I didn't know how much I needed it." "Most do not," the tea master replied. His robe rustled softly as he stood, moving with slow, fluid motions. He reached toward a small wooden drawer behind him and pulled out a tiny folded slip of parchment. With a gentle gesture, he placed it on the table before her. Eva blinked. "What is this?" "A reminder," he said, "to be opened only when the world feels heavy again." She picked up the parchment. It was impossibly light, almost weightless. The paper shimmered faintly, just like the misty lights in the dream. She didn't open it, somehow knowing she wasn't meant to yet. Slowly, she set it safely in her pocket. The tea master watched her with warm, peaceful eyes. The tea house appears only to those whose hearts are calling quietly for rest. You were one of them tonight. Ava's breath caught softly in her throat. Will it appear again? The tea master's smile deepened, full of gentle mystery. When it is needed, when your heart knows its path, when the night listens to your silent wishes. Eva lowered her gaze. She wasn't sad, not exactly, but she felt a tender kind of gratitude, as though she had stumbled upon something rare and sacred. She stood slowly, letting the soft wooden floor warm her feet. The tea house felt familiar now, like a place she had known all her life without realizing it. She looked around one last time, the floating lanterns, the delicate wooden beams, the gentle glow resting upon every surface. She memorized it, every corner, every shadow, every warmth. The tea master moved toward the door and slid it open gently. A soft breeze entered the cool, pale light of early dawn drifting into the tea house. Eva stepped toward the entrance, pausing just before crossing the threshold. The tea master bowed slightly. Walk into your morning with a quiet heart. A soft warmth bloomed in her chest at the words. She bowed back, not out of etiquette, but out of genuine gratitude. Thank you, she whispered, for everything. With that, she stepped out into the dawn. A quiet awe washed over her. The world outside was breathtaking. The night sky had softened into pale morning blue, streaked with gentle shades of peach and soft lavender. The first rays of sunlight glowed on the horizon, spreading warmth through the sleepy town. Morning mist drifted lazily between rooftops, catching the early light and turning it into soft golden haze. Birds, real birds, not dream spirits, sang from nearby trees with clear, delicate voices. Eva inhaled deeply. The air felt crisp and cool, filled with the fresh scent of morning dew. She felt the lightness still inside her, spreading through her like sunlight in her chest. She turned around to look at the tea house, but froze. Where the wooden structure had been only moments before, there was now nothing. No building, no lanterns, no warm glow. Only a quiet, empty corner of the street with a faint, swirling patch of mist that faded into the air like a last whisper of magic. Eva placed a hand over her heart. She wasn't alarmed. She wasn't confused. She simply understood. The tea house had appeared when she needed it. It had vanished now that she was ready to continue. She stood still for a long moment, letting the peaceful understanding settle into her bones. Her body felt soft, rested, restored. Her mind felt quiet, like a calm lake reflecting sunrise. She began walking slowly through the quiet morning streets. Each step felt grounded, gentle, new. Her surrounding stone pathways, blooming trees, early morning shops preparing for the day seemed warmer than before, softer, more alive, as though the world itself sensed the calm inside her and reflected it back as she walked. She touched the pocket where the tiny parchment rested, a reminder for another day, a gentle promise from the night. She smiled softly to herself. Everything felt lighter. She felt renewed, not just physically rested, but emotionally soothed, spiritually held, as though something fragile inside her had finally been mended. When she reached the main road, sunlight spilled fully over the horizon, bathing the town in a warm, golden glow. The morning air carried a quiet whisper of possibility. Eva paused, watching the sunlight touch the world, one gentle inch at a time. A tiny thought floated through her mind, not loud, not urgent, but soft and sure. I'm ready, ready for a quieter morning, ready for a lighter heart, ready for a day held in calm instead of strain. The memory of the Tea Master's serene smile lingered with her. The tea house had given her a gift, one she knew she would carry for a long, long time. With a peaceful breath, Eva stepped forward and welcomed the new day. A day of renewal, a day of gentleness, a day that began with dawn and ended with calm. And as she walked into the warm morning light, her heart carried the quiet magic of the Enchanted Tea House. Forever. And somewhere deep in the timbers of the room, a soft chime rang once more, welcoming her, embracing her, inviting her into the restful magic of the Enchanted Tea House.